do all of our voice checks and all that. All right, stream is up live. Let's see if we can hear anything. Stream is up live. Let's see if we can hear anything. Stream is up live. Let's see if we can hear anything. Stream is up. I can hear me at least. Stream is up.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Yeah, I hear you guys.
Hello.
Yeah, I hear you guys.
Hello.
Yep, I hear everybody.
DM, did you try any of that cockspur while you were down there?
So no, I did not. I don't think the breweries or distilleries that we went to made that. We saw it in the stores and whatnot. And so, hey, Iger, you're my hero. Yeah. I hate it when it says new sub because it's not a new sub, it's a resub. But anyway, we went to a couple different, actually 3 total different distilleries. One, we didn't realize there was a distillery there at the Abbey when we went, but they had like a little local distillery there, and they're sort of a small operation and whatnot. But the rum that I brought home was rum that's only sold on the island. So, hey, thanks, Lando. Appreciate it. Appreciate when you guys just let it roll over.
Well, that's great when you're able to actually turn some of this Agora Quest money into something tangible.
Yeah, all that big cash that we make with this that literally gets expended in the space of 30 seconds of me getting it. I just put it right back into the paying for the stream. But yeah,
don't be bashful, DM. We know that it paid for your whole trip.
Yeah, you know what? If that was the case, then I would be letting everybody know because you guys would deserve a cut into that. That was an expensive fucking trip, man. So
I bet.
I'll just take a bottle of cockspur.
Yeah,
I'm cheap, DM.
Yeah, you actually, and it's kind of funny. I showed you the price. The duty-free price was like $16 for that. I think it was half liter. Is that what it was? I don't think it was a full liter, but anyway, we will discuss the trip a little bit as soon as we get through our intro here. So let's get that knocked out.
Session 122. Good golly.
Actually, it's should be 123. I forgot to update the. It's like I forgot to update everything about the stream, so it's probably posting that my 5e game is starting and all that stuff. Yeah, we're in session 123, Ron.
Wow. I don't know what it was when I joined you guys, how far you guys have made it. Some kind of hype train coming in.
I like it.
I don't understand how these hype trains work.
Yeah, you got to get so many like cheers and subscriptions and all that stuff. So I don't even know. Yep, you are in there.
Okay. I hate to wait till the last moment.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you waited to 2 minutes after the last moment.
There's that too. This is what happens when you lose track of time.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
So did you have a good time out of the country?
We shall discuss in a moment. It was good.
He don't want to let the cat out of the bag multiple times.
Yeah, exactly.
So to speak.
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm doing well. This looks familiar.
I don't recall why those guys are purple. Did we do something to them?
Yeah, that's the way it is, man. Hey, everybody, welcome to tonight's episode of Agora Quest 21 Shots. We are back. Been off for a couple of weeks, as you may have heard in the background discussion. I was out of the country, and then last week it was just I had planned on playing last week because we actually were originally supposed to get in and right before midnight. And it's about
That's
20.
a lot of dice.
It's about 20 minutes from my house, I guess. 30 minutes max. And so I was planning, hey, come home. I'll be in bed before 1. That's kind of a normal thing for me. So I'll be able to play. But stuff just kept getting pushed back and back and back. And then by the time I got home and got to bed, it was probably 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I was back up at 7, ready to go to work. And I wasn't feeling it. And so our players cordially agreed. Not too much griping going on. But we agreed not to play last week so we can come back fresh this week. And I want to welcome everybody back. So I did go to... oh, man, we got an ad break. I thought I dismissed it. God damn it. Hate it when that happens because it's like right in the middle of me saying hello to everybody. And all of a sudden we get an ad break. But yeah, man, the trip down to Barbados was great. I
thought maybe you had gotten deported to New Jersey.
Yeah, it's close enough, man. New Jersey,
Yeah.
Barbados, they're all kind of out of the way. But yeah, so thanks, Lando. Appreciate that. But anyway, went to Barbados for a week. Got a nice little resort, a room with a pool in it. It's not really a full swimming pool, but more of like a plunge pool.
Yes.
Didn't really use it much, though, because where we were located, the sun came up in the east and we were facing the sun. Problem is we had the forest right next to us, and so it really shaded our area. So that pool was relatively cool the whole time. And then most of the time we were either down at the pool or out seeing the sights and stuff. So we didn't get a chance to use it too much. But yeah, we definitely made use of the 5 different pools or something like that at the resort. We're a little bit disappointed in the beach because all of the sargasso was up from South America and floating across the waters. And so the entire beach of the resort was completely covered in seaweed. So the beach was, I don't want to say closed down, but nobody was, like 1 or 2 people go down there and hit the chairs just to catch the sun. But my wife just does not like the smell of the ocean in that manner as far as like seaweed and stuff. So we never went down to the resort beach. To their credit, they did provide free transportation to beaches on the other side of the island because on the eastern side of the island, you don't get that sargassum as much. They probably do, but nowhere near the extent of the western islands and the south. The eastern, sorry. We were on the east side, and the west side of the island doesn't really get it. So anyway, to their credit, they provided free transportation down there, but again, we never took advantage of it because the pools were so awesome. Concierge service right at the pool, so our drinks were flowing. So yeah, it was good. And and like we were talking about right before that, Ronnie wanted me to go try some of the Cockspur rum down there, but I never got a chance to try that. But I did. We went on a rum tasting tour. Hit two distilleries. The first one gave us 6 shots of rum. The second one gave us 4 shots of rum. And in addition to the 4 shots of the second one, in the waiting room, they gave you a rum drink so you could sip on the rum drink. So yeah, we definitely got our fill of rum, and I did bring home a special blend of from Mountain Gay rum distillery down there. It's the oldest distillery.
Able to sneak that into the country?
I didn't have to sneak it in, man. Came right in my bag. It was like, yep, I got my 5th of rum. I'm good to go. And I learned a lot.
I'm still polishing off a 5th of rum that I got from a friend of mine when I retired.
Nice. Yeah, we this is the first time we've been out of the country. Right. I mean, I've done it in the Navy, but we didn't really have to go through any customs or stuff. We filled out customs forms, but we never had to go through customs or anything. This is my wife's first time out of the country, so we learned a few things that we'll know next time as far as how to bring things and what you can do and all that stuff, because coming back in the States, you can bring 5 liters of rum or 5 liters of alcohol max before you actually have to like claim.
Wow.
Additionally, I didn't know this, but if you buy trinkets and gifts and everything, you actually have to technically claim it. But if it's over $800, that's when they really care. If it's under $800 of all the stuff you bought, they don't give a shit. And I found that out because I spent all this time handwriting out this form, footing out how much everything costs, and it was like a total like $450, including the rum, and the rum was like $70 or something like that. And when we were coming back in, there's an app that the U.S. Customs has. You go in, it asks like 4 or 5 questions. You got alcohol, or not alcohol, but you have over $800 of stuff? No. Do you have any live animals? No. Did you hang out on a farm while you were there? No. There's like 5 or 6 questions. You fill that out, put your passport number in, all that stuff. And then when you submit, it's good for 4 hours. They give you a receipt in the app. And all you do is show that receipt to the customs guy along with your passport, and they're like, boom, done. We walked through customs. There were 3 planes deboard or deplaned about the same time as us, and they were all standing in line. And the guy's like, if you have global entry, come over here. Well, we don't. We have TSA pre-check, but we don't have global entry, which is a whole nother story. But anyway, they said, if you got global entry, go here. If you have the MCB app, or MCB, I forget the acronym, but it's like Mobile Custom Control or something like that. If you have this app, come in this line. And everybody else go over here. So everybody was over there, and about 5 of us got out of line and went down to this app, and we just bypassed everybody. It took me like, I don't know, I think the longest I had to wait was 2 minutes waiting for the guy in front of me to get through the line because we were second in line. So customs took me all of 5 minutes, and that walking from the plane through the customs guy and going out to get my bag was crazy fast. So anyway, yes, it was good. I am glad to be back, and I wish to welcome everybody here for coming back on Monday as we kick back into our 1E1 shots game as our heroes continue their trek through the Tobag Baragoo. But before all of that, don't forget, if you are a fan of the stream and you watch the stream a lot, you know you earn tokens. Don't forget to trade your tokens in for Nat 1s and Nat 20s. Players are always appreciative of that. If you want to help support the stream, hey, Excel, what's up, brother? If you want to help support the stream, obviously, for every 100 bits that you cheer, you can give a +1 to the player, and they can use that to raise or lower their dice rolls as necessary to succeed or whatever. I would assume just to succeed, but hey, if they want to modify it to fail, they can use their points to make themselves fail too. But anyway, yeah, for every 100 bits that you cheer, those are good all the time. The Nat 1s and Nat 20s are good for tonight's stream, so that's why I encourage you to get them in early as you possibly can. Currently, for the pluses and whatnot, I have a 1 point. Deglin, you have +6. Baron has a +10. Nephron has a +1. Ronnie Noblight, you have a +1. Varus, you have a +4. And Zadkill has a +6. So if you guys forget or you need to know, just let me know and I will remind you in game how many points you got. But that's where we stand right now. And of course, if you want to really help support stream, we always appreciate subscriptions. But if you're not one to kind of do that, we do have a tip jar. You can just go to our homepage and check out the tip jar right here on Twitch, which I prefer because if you like to support content providers, whether it's us or somebody else, and they have a tip jar, I recommend you use it because Twitch normally gets like a 50-50 split with us small guys and a 60-40 if you're one of the big guys. But if you use a tip jar, almost every bit of it goes to the content provider. The only thing they don't get is a service handling fee through whoever the credit card processor is, whether it's a PayPal or if you're using a straight credit card or whatever the case may be. So definitely encourage you, regardless of who you support, if they have a tip jar, use that. And last but not least, don't forget Greyhawk Creatives. If you go to twitch.tv/Greyhawk, I'm sorry, twitch.tv/team/Greyhawk Creatives, you can check out the Greyhawk Creatives and see all the great content providers there that have something centered around Greyhawk sometime, somewhere. Mike Disney's out there. Obviously, Lord Kazumba is the patriarch of the Greyhawk stuff. So, yeah, check them out. See what they're all about. Let them know where you came from if you're not already a fan. So, go check them out. And, of course, if you can't remember all of that, exclamation point socials right here in the channel will show you all of the places that you can check us out. So, go check us out. Have fun. Enjoy. Usually, if you're not able to watch the entire stream, as soon as the stream's done, I usually post it right over to YouTube. If you watched Friday's game, I apologize, or you didn't get to see Friday's game, I apologize. I didn't get it moved over till Saturday because I forgot. Because coming back, man, I'm telling you, trying to get my feet back underneath me and you see what's going on. But yeah, so I encourage you to do all that. But let's get to why you guys are here tonight. Let's talk about where we are, what we're doing, where we last left off. Our party has been traipsing through the Tovag Baragu, chasing Ayus, trying to figure out what the evil one is up to, and apparently he has grabbed himself a small army and has been working his way through the various demi-planes of the Tovag Baragu. Our party has jumped from portal to portal and back, encountering all manner of nasty critters, including ghouls, and they ran into a vampire who, fortunately, they escaped from. They have met cultists. They have met ogres and ogre-like creatures. They met centaurs, and they actually had a centaur going with them who managed to be taken out last session. As you will see on the map, as his body lays there, wasted by fireballs and whatnot. Our party has, when we last left off, they stepped into a central ring of stone rings, much like the very one that they originally entered in on back in Greyhawk. When they first started this entire expedition, there was a central ring about 90 feet wide or 90 feet in diameter. And in that particular set of rings, there were a couple of portals that had looked like they were what we call active portals, meaning that they could step through them and it would transport them to some place. The various rings had 2 or 3 different active portals at any one time, and so the party elected to step through A, B, C, or D, whatever it may be, and eventually they have found themselves here, like I said, on another Tovag that looks very similar to the one where they left Greyhawk, in that they are on a plateau of sorts, a salty plain or a flat, arid plain. There are concentric rings, so it's not just the center ring here. Like a lot of the domains, they only saw the center ring. They were barely able to see the other outer rings that they had been in. But here they were attacked by remnant cultists of Vecna, it appears, and they were wizards of sorts. And the party has managed to take out the... I forget how you guys do it. I apologize. I usually go back and actually watch the old stream to see what had happened, but this time I didn't.
They're webbed.
That's right.
They're webbed up.
That's right. Thank you. And they are webbed to the stone hinge themselves, and so the party has essentially subdued them and have elected to interrogate, I believe is the term that was being used or bantered about. And so that is where we will pick up tonight's episode. episode number 123. And I believe I may have even forgotten to update the count. This might be, I kind of labeled this Something Wicked. For those who know, Something Wicked This Way Comes. So I kind of labeled this.
We use that a lot for our cats.
Yeah. So Something Wicked episode. I have it as 8, but it might be even episode 9 or 10. I have to go back and look at how many there are. Doesn't matter though. But that is where we are going to pick up tonight's episode. But before that, players, does anybody have any questions? Anything they need to bring up before we actually kick into the game?
No, I was just curious if you'd mentioned, is there any buildings around here?
So
anything we can get shelter?
Not within this particular space. However, let me go back.
The vampire lady.
Yeah. That was where there was one there. That's for sure.
Because I think we need to rest if we can. Rest and interrogate these two fine, upstanding cultists.
All right. Let me go back and see if I can find the. See if this is. So this is the description that I gave you guys. All right, Ronnie. This is a description that I gave you guys when you arrived last time. Little distinguishes this particular circle of Tovag Baragu from the many similar manifestations. In fact, beyond the extended circle, the dry steppe to the east and the salt flats and open water to the west bear a striking resemblance to Tovag Prime. However, if this is the prime, someone has managed to quickly build several small structures on the periphery of the extended circle. So within the circle itself, no. But you can see that there are small structures built around the outer edges of the Tovag, as if a small community has begun to be built there.
What do you guys think about grabbing these two and going and try to find a building to rest in and rest before we go and interrogate them?
Yeah, I gotta hit a potion. I'm really low on hit points.
Yeah, I'm sure we need some spells and hit points. Whatnot.
But yeah, going someplace and resting and regaining our spells is a good idea.
Okay, and you said the buildings are all around, or is there just one direction?
No, it's toward the sort of the. I'm trying to picture the map in my head. Let me see if I actually have. Does this?
I'm gonna go ahead and hit a potion.
Okay. Yeah, I want to look and see if I can't remember. Do I have the?
I might do some undown 10 HP myself.
Okay. So I'm gonna put you guys. I'm gonna activate the map of the original Tovag. As soon as it loads, if it loads, my shit's being really slow again. Don't die on me, Tovag. Don't die on me. All right. So I am going to. Put you guys on this map here. This is the main. So this is what it looks like even on this particular Tovag that you guys are on. This is sort of what the whole circle looks like. So out to the north and east a little bit is where you see these structures look like they have been built right along the outer edge. So like really just out here off the most outer circle, there looks to be maybe a dozen structures kind of built out there. Did it apply the hit points to you, Varys? Could have got 10.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like you're max 77. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you do that again?
All you have
I
to
can't
do is
see-
You gotta target yourself and then drink the whole potion.
Right, but where's the potion?
It should be, if it's equipped, it should be on your HUD options,
Oh, there it is. That's okay. I see now.
and you can hit the one where it rolls the dice with a
how do
heal,
I-
a full heal.
yeah, it shows you
okay.
it shows you rolled, so you just have to do heal. And as long as you
Right.
target,
It's
you just
not
have
target. I'm trying to target myself. It's not targeting.
wah, wah, wah. You can't like right click and click the little target on it. The other way you can do it, there you wand of
Is
elemental.
that targeting?
No. Yep, now you're targeting yourself now, yeah. Yep, you got yourself targeted. Just hit heal. And why? Oh, you did the extra potion. It's weird. Why did? Oh, he had a potion of healing. Yeah, extra healing. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so
Right.
it should have increased your hit points by 16. You have,
Potion of ESP. Why did it do that?
I don't know, just don't cast or do anything. As long as you don't
I'm
like,
just trying to get to my character to see how many hit points I have, and every time I click on them, yeah, it didn't do much at all. It did apply them though.
yeah, okay. So, all right. So, but like I said, I'm going to move us over to the so you guys can see the map. Sorry. As you guys are, so everybody can see now. As you guys are on the Tovag, this is what the Tovag Prime looks like. This is what the current Tovag you're looking. The only difference is, as I said, it looks like structures. It's off the map, but it's to the north and east of where you're currently standing. And as I said,
All right, I'm going to start tying these guys up.
Okay.
And if everybody's good, we're going to start marching northeast with them leading the way. We're going to have them tied up, and they can go in front in case somebody starts shooting at us.
Okay. As you guys begin to move toward the northeast and you get toward the structures, you can see that many of them have markings, like black markings, as if they have been struck by magical bolts of energy or fire, perhaps. You can see some of the rooftops are partially burned away. And this little village, if you will, of about 12 structures looks to be relatively void of any other persons. And as you begin to even move closer, about 100 feet away or so, you can begin to see the pathways in between the huts and whatnot. You can see bodies strewn everywhere. You see ogres, you see orcs, you see humans, you see body after body, perhaps 2 or maybe even 3 dozen various creature types, and I should say bodies of various creature types just strewn about the whole place. Looks like a rather significant combat occurred. But as I said, you don't see any other movement.
I'm going to push my dagger towards one of the guys and say, which one's your house?
He sort of raises his hand and he points to a structure that's still standing. It has damage around the outside, but probably less severe than some of the other ones.
So let's slowly start moving that way, being careful.
Okay.
Any of those bodies look like clerics, DM?
Look like clerics, do you say?
Yeah, clerics, the druids.
So as you walked by, you can see that there are all manner of types. Some look like there may have druidic in them, or have been druids based on their clothing and whatnot. Others appear to be perhaps clerics. They're wearing armor and they do have symbols about their necks, the symbol of Ayus hanging about them. Many appear to be wearing cultist clothing. Perhaps almost 3 dozen cultists' bodies are strewn about everywhere, along with the dozens of other dead creatures that appear to be part and parcel of Ayus's army. But he brings you to this hut. It's a single story, probably 20 feet square. The door itself is still on the hinges, but it's standing open. Windows are burst out. As I said, you see black streaks and marks around the walls of the structure, as if they've been struck by bolts and whatnot. Yeah. So if as you guys get into, you can see inside the hut there are a half a dozen cots. Looks like an area, or there is a fireplace in one area where there's a kettle that hangs on a tripod, hanging over where the fire could be made, with a flume going up the chimney, leaving the top. It's very small, not very large, probably maybe a 2-gallon kettle or something like that it can hold, so it's not really that large of a fireplace. Very humble place. But yeah, this is the home that they say belongs to them.
All right, I'm gonna sit them down. I'm gonna put a dagger by one of their throats and say, "Where did Ayuz go?"
You've been trailing him. Why don't you tell me? If I knew where he had gone, I would find him and slit his throat myself.
Well, that's what we're hoping to do. What goes the portal that we see that we haven't gone through? Not the one we came in, the other one. Where does that go?
I do not know. I have never been. We escaped Ayuz to here, and he followed us here, and he left the same portal that he came in.
So you've never been through the other portal. So you came the same way we did?
Yes, we came in the portal to the south.
And what's through the south? Tell me what's in the south.
This is the place that you just came from.
What's there, though?
Oh, you're going to ask me hard questions now, aren't you?
Oh, okay. I just want to see if he's telling me the truth.
Oh,
It was the one where you floated up.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to. I'm glad you reminded me, because I actually have a map of the Tovag, so that I can look and see. I just needed to look. I had to look up the number, the site number that you came from, and then I had to go back and look and see. So give me just a second. Yeah, he says,
we escaped through, and we cut the bridge so that any followers might be sucked to the void. It's obviously did not work if you could make it through, and Ayuz was too powerful as he sent his army through as well.
So you're saying Ayuz went back that way? He didn't go through the other way?
Yes, he did something and determined that this was not the path that he had to take. And so he returned and took another route, seeking my master.
Hey, Jay, what's up, man?
Well, let's look around this building a little bit. Is there any treasure?
Yeah, so give me a search check, if you would, please.
What is that? Just a D6? Or
Yeah,
what
it's
do I
just a
do?
D6. It's kind of, I treat it as like a like searching for secret doors and stuff like that.
My thing is being weird. Hold on 1 second.
That's okay. We like weird here. I mean,
I don't remember how to roll.
we let Jay in here, so at the bottom of the chat, if you expand the chat.
Okay, all right. There it goes. Thank you.
Yep. So as you search around the room, you do find a small lockbox that has some coins in it. I'm just going to roll for it, because each one of them has like a certain amount of gold that they can carry. So I'm just going to roll just because.
I was really looking for their spell books to give our wizard.
Yeah, you do not find any books that have spells or anything. So where in the fuck? Why is it? Man, I am completely lost on this thing. It's been so long. All right. In this little lockbox, you find 11 gold coins.
We'll take it.
Okay. This is
Well,
really starting to annoy me. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
I guess we're gonna tie them up. I want to pick. I got a couple extra sacks. We're gonna give them a rendition style sacks over their heads, and we get a rest. I guess.
Okay. Is that what you guys want to do?
Anyone?
We should probably pull watches.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the order of your watches, please.
I'll go first.
Zadkiel is first.
I'll go second.
Because he likes to sleep. Nephron goes second.
Zach will just drink his rum.
Don't be haters. All right.
Ron didn't take a shift.
Let's make sure
Degman.
we had no wizards.
Okay.
We can't have small
All right. So right now I got Zadkiel first, then Nephron, Deglin, Ronnie, and
Baron is somewhere safe in the middle.
I'm in the middle because I can see in the dark. So
okay. All right. So then I will put Deglin.
Information anyway.
All right. So we'll go Deglin and then Varys and then Baron. And Ronnie, you get the morning shift, sir.
That'll work.
So that's roughly, you got 6 y'all, so that's technically a little over an hour apiece. If you want to go 8-hour rest, or if you go 12 hours, you get 2 hours each. But yeah.
Baron will get up with Ronnie so he could start preparing for the day.
Okay. All right. So you cover them. You guys spend your evening with your rest. Everybody gets 1 hit point plus any constitution bonus back. So you can adjust your hit points as such.
Trying to click stuff like a nightmare in this thing.
Because
it always pops up that stupid menu that has all the different spells and stuff.
Does it? I don't have it on mine. I think you can disable. I bet you have to disable it. I'll bet you that you have to disable it individually. And on break, I will talk everybody through when we go on break how to do that, because I thought if I did it, it did it for everybody. But apparently the modules let you set it individually. So if you don't want that little pop-up thing, you can get rid of it. So some people like the HUD, some people don't like the HUD. So
may I touch myself before I go to bed?
Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, give yourself that long rest. You can just do so by going to your gear.
Where was that located again?
Go on your inventory, your gear, and there, right in the middle of daily, there is a long rest button.
Look at that. It automatically renews your spells.
Yeah, it does everything. It updates everything right back to you. All your slots come back and all that stuff.
I'm not showing up in the... Oh, there
we go. Deglin has taken a long rest.
It did not update my hit.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't give you the hit point. You have to go in there and.
Oh, I guess I used it.
Yeah, it's weird. You're 10th level, right, Zadkiel?
Yeah, but I guess I used it. It says I don't have resources or something.
Yeah, it's because maybe it's because I did it too. So I'm just going to add it manually to you. You get 20 hit points.
I believe so.
Yeah, it's two per level, so you're 10th level. So I just gave you back 20, so you're at 30 hit points now.
I use my cure light when it's on me.
Yeah, when you cast it, don't forget you have to click the heal part too, because it won't, just because you cast it, well, doesn't mean it'll apply your hit points.
Oh, that's probably what it was. Then.
If you got a spare one of those, I could use one.
I think I only have one.
How many are you down?
I'm only down 5 after the rest.
Okay, I can give you a cure light wounds. Oh, you know what? I forgot to
Shit, I was almost
Thank you.
dead.
target. I forgot to target myself.
Apparently, I was almost dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
Deglin,
stupid.
I'll give you. You got 10, Deglin. I'll give you your 10. There you go. You're at 48 now.
See, can I cast again? How many spells do I get?
Well, why don't you, instead of casting your spells, why don't you let Deglin use one of the staffs so you guys can cure yourselves with the staffs?
Because
Because
we're gonna rest, and I get them back anyway.
you've
right?
already rested. You guys just had the rest.
I didn't press rest yet.
Oh, you're casting them from last night. Okay, gotcha. I was thinking
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
had already done a long one. Yep. So looks like you don't have any left. You only had the one cure light wounds available.
Okay, so it's only one spell. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so Nephron needed healing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Alright,
down
so-
5. I mean, it's not bad, but I could use it if we got it.
I can hit you once.
Okay, if somebody can figure out how to add a hit point to my
That's
total,
3.
please go ahead.
I'll take
and
it.
do
Thank
What was your? You mean for your rest?
Yeah, I'm at 27. I should be at 28.
Okay, I can do that. So usually, if you just right-click on your token on this thing, it'll open up a little menu, and in the bottom it has your hit points.
Okay,
You just
right click on that, huh? All
yeah.
right, let's
At least that's what I do. I as a DM, again, I don't ever do the player view, so I'm not sure if it does it as a player. But when I right-click, it opens up a little menu, and at the bottom it's got your hit points, and I can edit your hit points. So
Okay, yeah, update complete.
yep.
God, stupid ones.
How do we do it?
Just wrist re-roll. Did it apply the hit points too? Yeah. Re-roll
Yeah,
the just roll a die 8 again, and then I will manually add the difference. So you got 2 more.
Okay, now I got something up here that I can't get rid of.
Can't tell you because I don't see it.
Okay, let's see.
Oops.
How do I auto close? What it is?
Auto close for what?
That stupid HUD.
Yeah. So
No.
if you go to let's take a quick 2 minutes here. If you click the upper right hand game settings, the gear,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to configure settings, it'll pop
Got
it
it.
open. Then I think I'm not sure if it's in the ARS. Let me find which one it's in.
HUD auto close. Yes. Well, it is selected, but it's not auto close.
Yeah, big thing is you don't want it auto close. You don't even want it at all, right?
So it's just, enable. I
where's-
took the enable.
Yeah, deselect the enable. Is that in the all settings? Or?
ARS.
Yeah, if you go to ARS, there's auto lighting, auto vision, encumbrance, HUD static position. Just deselect it, unselect the auto close, unselect the enable. So yeah, so for those that don't want that HUD, why is it changing? God damn it! It's like I put it on. I just want it to repeat over and over, and then it doesn't. It just skips. Let's go back here. Stupid. Anyway, if you don't want that little HUD to pop up, upper right hand corner is the little gear symbols. Click that. That's game settings. Click on configure settings. It'll pop open a window. In the left hand side, you select advanced role playing system, and then you just scroll down until you see the HUD, and it says static position, auto close, enable. Just deselect that enable and save changes. And then when you click on your token, you won't get that HUD pop up. I thought if I disabled it, it would disable it for everybody, but apparently I'm stupid because it didn't. So Anyway, who else is going to get healing right now? Ronnie No Blight is 60 out of 63. Zadkill is 39 out of 62. Deglin is
Zadkill needs it.
Deglin is 60 out of 69. Baron is 28 out of 39. Varus is maxed. And Nephron is down 2.
Wow, that's
What's that D10 for?
for when I rest. I get a 1 hit point back. You said Constitution, right?
Well, I had a couple of cure seriouses before we even rested. I didn't even think about using.
Well, he's using the staff now, so Zadkill, when you rested, you get 1 hit point plus your Constitution. So you don't roll a D10. It's just a static 1 point plus your con bonus. So your con bonus is 0. So you get 1 point back. So I'll put you right at 40.
How do I rest?
And if you open up your character sheet
Got it.
and you go to gear,
Got it.
and then there's a long rest right underneath the daily section, right in the middle of the form on the
Okay,
left hand
see it,
side.
thank you.
Yep. Go.
All right, so he's still probably
Yeah.
down probably a lot, right?
Yes.
Uh,
If anybody has a spare healing spell or two, Baron, your favorite wizard, could probably use some.
Yep.
I
That's
got
right.
a cure light.
Yep.
I got a couple of cure lights, but I also have the staff of curing I was going to start using, but
Yeah.
trying to figure out.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you guys want to save your spell slots for the day,
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
had
could-
these before we rested, DM. I never used them.
okay. And so
Okay, well.
Baron's down 11, Zadkill is down 14.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Baron is now down 4. Thank you, Ronnie.
All right, so I know how to use the staff here.
Okay, good.
So
I
you
just
have
see
to
it
equip
on
it.
my,
I did.
Okay. And then you should just target somebody and then click on the staff, and it should give you the different abilities.
It wants me to attack.
Yeah, you have to target somebody to do it.
I targeted Zadkill.
Okay, hang on. Ronnie, just roll a D8. Thank you. And he gets 5 more. So Zadkill actually got 6 back, so that leaves him at 54.
That's it for my healing spells, gentlemen, from yesterday.
All right, so where's the staff at? You got the staff of curing, right?
Yep, I got 2 of them actually.
Yep.
Okay. Could you
right now
could you bump
it's
my hit points up, please?
how many are you
They-
supposed
they
to
just-
have?
Trying to figure out how to use the damn thing.
And also change my armor class to 0 instead of 10.
You run around naked?
Trying not to. It's bad for it's
If
If I
bad for
double
the-
click on it, it brings it up.
Why? Your armor class is 0.
Yeah, I'm looking at the I'm looking at the settings page, and it says armor class 10.
Yeah, that's the base armor class. That means if you don't have anything, it's 10. But if you go look at your actions, the cross swords tab, you'll see that your armor class is 0.
Okay, good.
Because that armor class is a base before you apply all the other stuff that you got.
Here we go. You got to go into actions. Okay, that's where I'm.
Okay, thank you.
Staff of healing, cast. And let's see what we get.
All right, so Deglin
All right,
got
so he was down
60.
how many?
You just
I got
gave
up to
yourself
34.
16.
I was targeting Zadkill. It said Zadkill.
Oh,
got
Zadkill.
60.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right.
All right, now who
Zadkill's max. Now Baron is down as well.
All right, so I'll target Baron. And how far is he down?
Baron is down
11.
4. You're down
11. So I
4.
don't-
Ronnie cast
Now I'm
Cure
down
Light
4.
on you and gave you 7. So he's
Okay,
down.
great.
He's still down 4.
Yeah, I'll
If
just use
you
a
could
spell
just-
on him then. Because if
Could you
using
just
the
change my hit points, please?
Your hit
'Cause
points
I'm
are
looking at
35 right
28.
now. No, they're
Well,
35.
on my sheet it says 28.
Well, I'm looking at your sheet right now, and it says 35.
all right,
And-
and this
Let me go ahead and
QA
close it, and reopen it, and see what happens.
well, that was bizarre because
that should have moved him completely up.
yep, it is. It's weird because it's funny that you said
There we
that
go.
because
Hi there.
I was looking at it and it said 35. Then I closed your sheet and opened it again, and then it said 28 again. That's kind of bizarre. So I'm putting you 39.
Forge is like another player character in this group.
Yep, exactly. All right, so Baron is at
Functional one,
39.
Really,
Baron's at 39. Zadkill's at 62.
Oh,
Nephron is at 68 out of 70. Varus is maxed. Deglin is down 2 as well. And Ronnie is down 3. So take it for what you want. Ronnie, don't forget to reset your spells.
Yep, I'm on it, DM.
Well, what are we going to do with our little friends here? I don't want them chasing us and fireballing us again.
Well, the interesting thing is, Ronnie has got a dagger, and he will pull it out and finish these 2 miscreants off.
No, you can't kill a guy. He's in our protection because he's our prisoner. We can't kill them.
Yeah,
Zadkill, come here for a second.
Ronnie
I gotta
takes
talk
no
to you, Zadkill.
prisoners.
and I can't allow.
Zadkill, come talk to me.
yeah, Baron is
I
going.
can't allow you to
thumbs-
kill him.
Yeah, Baron is going thumbs up to Ronnie.
I have David Venom finish him off. That's his point.
Me and the paladin are standing there going, "No, you can't do this. It's impossible. You would anger the gods."
We need to use them as guides.
Their
They're more
blood
like
will provide the
Ew.
fruit for future trees.
They have no
I
shit.
cannot allow you to end their life in helplessness.
We
Well,
could,
untie them 1 second before I stab them.
we could
I don't know.
just
Can
send
I
them
allow
to that
them
one.
to kill them if they duel?
What's that?
Can I allow? Can I accept if I give the bad guys
That's-
a dagger?
Hey, that's totally up to you. That is your
I'm
conscience.
still
If-
mad at them for not having traveling spell books.
Well, I don't know if that's. I don't know the limits of.
No, that is not. I mean, your
I know I can't let them
I'll be
die
right back.
just like innocently if they're innocently.
right, exactly. And if you feel it's okay to give, as long as they have a fighting chance, then that's totally up to you. If you want to, at least allow them to try to die with honor.
Here's a question. Just throwing this out there. If they were to go through the area that had no gravity and they were to be sucked out into wherever it was they were going, would that necessarily kill them or just put them someplace else?
That just means you're putting them someplace else where they can't be here with you. That's totally up to you. Again, that's
Now that's safe. We're
you
not
guys.
actually killing
You
them.
can't ask me if this is going to anger the gods or not, right? This is just you tell me what you want to do, and I'll let you know if anything goes sideways.
I was
We have
just
to just-
verifying the condition.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to do something with them. We either have to kill them or we have to throw them through that portal because we cannot let them chase us down and fireball us again from behind.
All right. Wait a minute. They're servants of Vecna. They're not good or moral in any manner.
But they're
They ha-
currently under our protection because we took them prisoner.
They're not. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not lawful good, though.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And so's the paladin.
They'll just stab them and be done with it. Then you don't have to
we
worry
can't.
about your moral.
Yeah, like, you want to do the combat thing and give them a weapon and have them be able to protect themselves? That's up to you. But
I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
I would say that we should use them as guides. Tie their hands, bound their hands, carry them as prisoners, and have them as guides. And if you want to end them, If you feel like they're gonna turn on us, and you want to end them because you think they'll turn on us, that's fine. I think morally that would be okay, but I think I can't allow my character can't allow just a senseless killing.
I'll look around, see if there's any journals or anything
Any what?
around here.
Journals? Okay.
Yeah, or papers or anything.
Yeah. You search around there. There are papers
Uh-huh,
and parchments and
doors.
stuff. Yeah. There are parchment and papers and stuff that you guys happened to find while you were searching the room previously, and you found this little box of like 11 gold coins or whatever it was in there.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Yeah, most of it is just gibberish, just stuff that people are jotting down. Whatever doesn't appear to be anything worthwhile. There are a couple notes about someone. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna bastardize the name of this person, but let me grab. One of the leaders of the cultists, the name that she goes by. Give me just a
It's not
second.
the vampire. Oh no, it's not the vampire. He's refused
Yeah.
them.
There is a name that appears. Uguerel appears several times in there in some of the writings and whatnot. Uguerel said, "Do this." Uguerel has sent a dispatch to watch out, to beware. Uguerel says, make sure you do X, Y, and Z, right? Kind of orders, kind of like they're receiving their dispatches.
Ask them about her. Is she like a high mage, high priestess?
He is the favored of Vecna.
Okay, so we know that's the one we've heard of.
Beg your pardon? You've heard
Is
of
that
what?
the same one we heard of before? Because we
Yes.
heard of a favorite one before.
Yes. Yeah, you heard of a high priestess.
Yeah, UGW.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I have her in the
Uguerel.
note. Yeah, all right. Have her in the notes here. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, most of it is just her giving directions on, hey, make sure that you're tending to this or tending to that. There are some alerts. Beware, there's been word of troops of IUs working their way through the path to the Adytum, and make sure that you stop him and his army at all costs before he can reach the Adytum.
Well, I'm going to ask them, where's the Adapton?
Yeah.
I have never been, so I do not know the path to it. I was brought here and told to begin building the structures around this place, as it most closely of all the Tovag resembles our home. And so we were told to begin building here, and so begin building we did.
Where is Vecna?
Vecna resides in his own home.
Which is where?
In his own home.
Not real helpful.
He resides in his citadel. I do not know where that is. I have only heard of it. It is my hope and prayer that someday he may feast upon me within his domain, that I may live within him forever.
That's disgusting. Extremely.
Well, what is our
disgusting.
plan? What are we planning? Are we dispatching? We throwing them through the portal? Or are we having them? I think having them lead us is kind of dangerous personally, but we'll go with whatever. But let's make a decision.
I think if we put them through the portal that has no gravity and they get sent off into the universe, they won't die. It's not killing them, and it gets them out of our way.
I vote yes on that. Let's do it.
Or we could just leave them tied up and they can be buzzard bait.
Till they escape, go get memorized spells, chase us, and start fireballing us from behind, which I don't like that idea.
Oh no, that sounds kind of fun.
Man, I could get drunk and take a nap, and then you could lie to me and tell me they left.
They want
We let them go at the farm. We took them to the farm and let them go.
train station.
I'm just saying, yeah.
You guys tell
Hey.
me.
Daglin and Zadkiel, can you step outside for a minute? I need to talk to you about something.
Oh, sure. Okay.
No problem, good sir.
And then I turn back and say, hey, you can just let those guys go. It's okay. You just let them leave. It's okay. So I go out and have a discussion about philosophy with Daglin and Zadkiel.
And
There's these finer points that we would get out, talking about Jaskar and how, he's holy light, and especially that light found under the mountain where we pull the gold out and everybody's so excited.
I put my hand on his shoulder and say, you're a good soul. Perhaps you should join my church.
So are you seriously going outside and leaving these guys alone?
They know that we're supposed to send them
I
through
trust,
the portal.
I trust my party.
Okay. All right. As you guys depart and Nephron leads you guys outside.
There are invisible rust monsters waiting for you.
No, they are not. Damn it, Excel.
All right. So you guys are outside leaving Ronnie, Baron, and Varys inside with the prisoners. What do you guys want to go outside to discuss?
We're discussing outside what we should do next and what Jaskar thinks. Should we go through the portal? Do we go back? I'm only going to talk to him for a few minutes, and hopefully there are other people inside take care of business, and we can move on.
And then I go, well, why did you bring us out here to talk? Why couldn't we all just talk together? Just to be
Because it's fresh air. We need fresh air.
In fact, it is rather nice and calm and peaceful out here. Now that you're not being fireballed left and right.
That is true. Fireballing sucks.
So Varys, I'm assuming that you guys are going to take care of the prisoners.
Well, Ronnie won't murder him since the rest of the party is so sensitive, but he wouldn't stop somebody else from doing it.
I wasn't here. I had to step away.
No worries.
So,
The party, Nephron has brought Deglin and Zadkiel outside to discuss the options on where you guys are going to want to go, leaving you, Baron, and Ronnie alone with the prisoners in the room.
yeah, well, I'm not evil. I'm just parent neutral.
Yep.
So
You're just drunk that way.
You know what? Just
I wanted to kill him either quietly or without. I was okay with letting them go and fighting them too. Or releasing them and giving them weapons. I'm not gonna betray my friends' faith in me, even though we don't always see eye to eye. But we've been, he saved me and I've saved him, so I'm not gonna off them now just because they all went outside.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's just not Varys' style anyway.
That's fair.
So,
that's fair.
Well,
I do have a 10 intelligence.
I'm telling them you guys are probably gonna get tossed into the void. So the more information you give us, less likely you're gonna die real soon.
Well, here's an option. We didn't think about this. We can keep them down to 1 hit point. We can always damage them with bludgeonery for what's that called? To just subdue them.
Yep.
Non-lethal damage. Yeah,
non-lethal damage. So we can continually beat them and keep them at 1 hit point just in case things happen.
Oh yeah, that's a lot more gentle than just killing them.
Well,
I mean,
regardless, based on Varys's statement, I just gave everybody a 20,000 gold, 20,000 XP story bonus
Yay!
for playing true to form across the board.
Nice. Okay, let's go throw them in the void. Let's move on. Let's go toss them in the void, and let's move to the other portal.
Okay. As you guys take them back outside and work your way. Sorry,
Oh,
Varys.
go
What's
ahead. No, well, I just wanted to say real quick, we're not going the way I used didn't go, right? We're going back through the void area and going the other way.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go right now. I want to try this portal before we go back into the no gravity room. I want to try what's through here.
I still want to go there, even though I used didn't go that
Let's
way.
Let's go at least see what's there. I mean, I get it that he's telling us that I used didn't. I'd like to check what's there.
Well, yeah, okay, but careful, because we've been places where, you know, we end up losing armor and stuff.
I wanted to go to Balafan, I think his name is, the centaur, his body.
Yes.
And does he have like a necklace of his chieftainhood or something that
he does? He's wearing okay.
I'd like just like to grab that, so if, when we run across this tribe again, we can give it to him and say he fell valiantly in battle. And
okay, that's fair. All right, so you guys gather once again back in the central ring of what I'm calling Tovag Prime, and again you can see the lit up one to the north and the east. You guys came in through the misty one to the south. Looking around, you don't see any of the other portals or archways. Do not appear to be any kind of an active portal within them. You have your prisoners with you. So what are we going to do?
Yeah, I say we do the northeast. Yeah, let's do the northeast.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so what are you going to do with the two prisoners?
I thought we tossed them out the...
Well, you haven't done anything? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, so you guys have brought them here, but you have yet to do anything with them, so I just want to make sure what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, we're going to toss them through the anti-gravity room.
Okay.
The south.
I would like to stick a seed in each one of their ears just in case they die so that they could be the launching point of a future tree.
I love it. I like it. All right.
It's so very noble, very noble, yes.
It is, yes. He is always thinking about Mother Nature and the acorns in the trees. All right.
They're still tied. They're still tied, right? Yeah.
Oh, you're still tied, and are you going to untie them before you put them in, push them through, or
no, leave them tied.
Okay.
We wanted them to go into the void, which they'll be safe. They'll still be able to breathe and live.
As they are like, no, please, must untie our hands. We can't. Let us go. We will never be able to meet our master this way. Please untie us before you push.
You'll be okay.
Please untie us.
You'll be okay.
Please untie. As you push them through the void. As you push.
Trust me, that guy was an asshole.
As you guys push them through, and they disappear, leaving you alone in the central ring of the Tovag Prime.
All right, I'm moving over to it. We ready?
Let's do it.
All right,
yep, let's do it.
I'm stepping through.
All right.
All right, let me go move my screen here.
Last minute, we all change our mind. No, wait. We'll do.
I went through.
Hey, wait for me. Bugger. All right, here I go. Into the void again.
There's a strange number 14 on the ground.
14 hellhounds. I know the sign.
the portents are not.
Did everybody make it through?
I think
Looks
so.
like it.
I haven't gone to a new page, but
6 of us.
Let me see.
It might be our horse leader that's screwing you up.
Looks like Ronnie, Varys, and Zadkiel made it through.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't move far enough off the other page.
Yeah, they should have, but that's okay. I can still do this. I can still go. As you guys step through the portal, you find yourself in a strange place. A single high archway accesses a space that otherwise doesn't seem very similar at all to the various circles of the archways of the other parallels you found yourselves traveling through. The tall archway stands at the end of a 20-foot wide underground hallway which leads toward the southwest and opens into a larger lighted area behind. The heavy walls are mortared slabs, but the ceiling, which drops down to a height of about 10 feet, appears to be carved directly from sedimentary stone. Small alcoves are inset on both sides of the wall, each containing small statuettes. The far end of this room is mostly collapsed. It's not completely collapsed, but it is mostly collapsed. It looks like there are burn marks and scorch marks here, as if some sort of a large battle recently transpired.
What are the statues of?
Go ahead and as you go and you look, each one of them you realize is a depiction of Vecna in some form, way, shape, or other.
And there's spell scars.
Perhaps I should.
That's what it looks like. Let me see if it gives me any real description. Yeah, it shows obvious signs of recurrent battles, such as scorch marks over older scorch marks, blood stains over other older blood stains. As I said, the small statuettes are stone effigies of Vecna in his various guises.
Well, we could always deface all those little statues and he might show up.
Yeah, I was going to say, consecrate the area.
Pull out some holy water and douse the place. What?
Does that look like an altar DM underneath that 14?
No,
Like
it's
altar?
no, it does not. It just looks like you guys sort of stepped in, and that's just kind of the floor on how it's worked with stone and whatnot. But no, it's not an altar in any way. And honestly, as you guys look, the first thing or the second thing you notice once you kind of get your bearings a little bit, there's no portal here. And where you came in from, you don't know. You just appeared right here where that number is. And there's no other apparent exit other than maybe moving and crawling through the rock to the southwest.
I was going to use my mining abilities and look at this and make sure we're in a structurally sound area.
Give me an intelligence check. Give me an intelligence.
I'll do the same thing because I can detect traps and sloping passages and all that stuff.
Okay, go ahead. Both of you guys give me an intelligence check, please.
Well, they're doing that, DM. I'm looking for secret doors.
All right, go ahead and roll me a
I did
D6.
not make it.
Yep, go ahead and give me a D6 check, Ronnie. So, Ronnie, you don't find any secret doors, and you guys don't detect anything special, Deglin or Nephron, but you do realize this looks like to be some sort of a chamber that was built inside of solid rock. So it might be the end of a tunnel, right? So maybe somebody was mining this way and they dug this all out and they plastered up the walls. Not really sure if it's safe or not. It looks like what collapsed down here, the collapse is actually like rubble from walls and stuff like that. So but it doesn't look like it's a complete cave in. So like you can move rocks around and move through and climb over the top of these rocks into a chamber beyond. But the biggest
gem of seeing to see if we're actually seeing what.
Hold on, guys. I have my transmute rock to mud spell, which I can do 20 cubic feet per level. So 12th level, whatever 20 times 12 is, I leave that to a smart person.
The gem of true seeing would probably be the first thing that you'd want to do.
Yeah, I was going to use that anyway. I have one.
Yeah, but anyway, with regards to the secret doors, Ronnie, you don't find any secret doors, but you do see that there is some sort of a chamber on the other side of the rock. You guys could probably clamber up over the top of the rock and down the other side, or if you just want to make it mud, you do realize that you could probably easily just turn all of this rock debris into mud, and it would just flow down, and you guys could walk through that mud to what's ever on the other side.
Well, you guys want me to climb up there and peek?
All
you want me to climb up there and peek? I'm pretty small.
Time out. Nephron, you go. There's 3 people talking at once. Nephron, go.
No, I was just asking, do they want me to climb up there and peek? Because I'm pretty small. I probably can get up there pretty quick and just peek and see if there's anything that we should worry about.
Okay. Deglin?
Yeah, that's fine. I was thinking just be careful where you cast that rock, the mud, so that you don't do the walls as well.
Yeah. And Ronnie, you were saying something.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think it's a great idea for him to take a peek, and then I'll cast it if need be.
Okay. Nephron, as you move to the southwest, you begin climbing up the rocks. Give me a dexterity check, please.
Okay. My sheet keeps disappearing on me. Let's see. Dexterity.
Yay. So you nimbly climb your way up, and you can see there's a space at the top that you can crawl over that's probably about 5 feet by 5 feet. Easily fit anybody, although the rock is a little loose and heavier bodies might cause some rocks to flow. As you get up to the other side, you can see, just as you're reaching the peak and begin to look down, there's a greenish glow coming from the other side in whatever's on that chamber. A pallid green-yellow light shines from guttering lanterns hung above the beyond chamber. Several onyx altars are evenly spaced around the hall, around which several hunched humanoid figures crouch, feeding on the carrion remains of dead bodies. You can also see there are 6 onyx statues scattered about the chamber randomly, and twice that number are rest in broken piles of rubble. Several stone doors lead off the chamber. The portal consists of a shiny alloy, and it's graven heavily with relief sculpture. So there's very ornate doors on the other side leading off into various places. But you notice that there are a half a dozen ghouls feeding on carrion. And as I said, there's like statues standing around the room, but there's also about 6 of them, but there's another dozen or so that appear to have been blasted into nothingness that have rubble all over the floor.
Huh. Is there anything up here I could secure a rope to?
No, there is not. It's all rock.
All right, well, I'm going to come down and tell them what I saw. We'll make a decision.
I say we leave the ghouls alone if they're eating the remains of Vietnam people. We don't need to waste time on undead.
Yeah, but they may be a problem later.
Wait, how they going through the wall, the pile of rock?
Well, there's no way else out of here. There's no portal, so we're going to have to confront them.
Oh,
or they're going to see us.
We don't know if there's no portal. Maybe there's just one we can't see. You may try looking behind us.
But I'm going to use a gem of true seeing see if that shows us anything, but
Okay.
for now, from what we've seen normally.
Okay.
Please.
As you take the gem out and look around, this is exactly what you're seeing. There do not appear to be any other exits or openings or any magic
Alright.
anywhere, and you see no evidence of any
No.
hidden doors.
I use must whoever collapsed the wall or whatever the ceiling must have used a spell to leave him somehow.
Welcome to the Tomb of Horrors.
I've actually
I'm
played
sure that
that.
nobody who's watching this will get that reference.
Oh, I know it well. I have it and I played it and I've heard it. So,
What do we want to do? We want to climb over, or do you want to do the rock to mud? It's up to you.
if you climb over, they'll probably turn and swarm. So,
I think if we do the rock to mud, we got a better chance of being able to engage them quickly instead of just one or two people getting through and then getting attacked.
yeah.
The only question I have. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say I could use the belt of giant strength to start chucking rocks at him.
I don't know enough about the spell. Are you going to create like 4 feet of mud?
Turn in, just turn them.
Yeah, that's true too.
There's no one hear them talk to you from the looks of it.
I would rather go through, climb over rocks than I would try to go through 4 or 5 feet of mud, personally.
Yeah. I can just climb over and get their attention, then turn them.
Yeah, I was going to say the transmute rock to mud. He can focus how much he wants to transmute. He can do up to a certain amount. So, again, if you just wanted to turn this slag in front of you to mud, you can definitely do that. Or if you don't and you guys want to clamber over, you can do that. And whatever you guys want to do, we just need to decide what we want to do.
Well, that's a pretty good idea. I think a cleric going up there and turning them.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
All right.
I'll go with you just in case you fail. Then I can.
Yeah, I agree.
Both of you give me dexterity checks, please.
Wonderful.
Oh, I'm gonna get this. I got a 9.
Nope. I fail all these checks.
Oh, actually, I got a 16. I was surprised. Okay.
No, that was me. I don't know what you got.
Yeah, you haven't rolled yet. You need to just roll it. Click on dexterity. Hey, Zadkiel succeeded. All right, as you guys go to move up, Zadkiel, even in his heavy armor, able to keep balance while he's crawling up the rocks. As Deglin gets up, though, suddenly a rock shifts beneath you, and it starts like a little chain reaction, knocking a rock out, knocking another one, and suddenly the entire wall kind of slides down and out, off the way, opening up a huge gap in front of you. And as you do, you guys can see the room that I described previously. There are several flat altar-like areas that have the remains of dead bodies laying all over them, and several statues as well. The greenish yellow light begins to pour forth, and as soon as it does, you hear hissing and growls, and one of them says in common speak, "Fresh meat." Let's go to combat. Actions, Baron.
Okay. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll prepare a spell.
Okay.
Seems like the right thing to do at the time.
Okay. As you have spell. Deglin, actions.
Depending on how I am in orientation after the rock slide, if I can turn, I will turn.
Okay.
If not, I will take myself out.
Yeah, no, you guys aren't covered and buried. It's just created a rock slide and everything just sort of collapsed. Some into the room beyond, some into where you guys are, opening up a large gap that you guys can go through. But at the same time, so can they. Nephron, actions.
I'm gonna move up and attack.
Okay. Ronnie No Blight, action.
Spell DM.
Varys.
Turning invisible.
And Zadkiel.
I will turn.
Ooh. You're going to turn as well? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to double check on the turn for the cleric. Probably should have had this out ahead of time. I want to make sure because it's a certain number that you can turn. Yeah, it's normally
12.
Yeah, it's normally 1 to 12. And what level are you? 9th?
11th.
11th, yeah, sorry. All right, so these I was looking to see if it had the asterisk because an asterisk is 7 to 12 instead of 1 to 12.
Right.
So you can these actually turn as whites. And they're automatically damned, but it is only 1 to 12. So whenever you come onto your turn for turning, then make sure you roll 1 to 12, and then I'll just take that into account from there. Same thing with you, Zadkiel. You obviously, you're what level? 10th level, so you turn as an 8th level. So you can still automatically turn them, but it's only 1 to 12. So if there's any left on your turn, then that will come. So let us begin combat. Do 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 do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The ghouls go first. All right. As they see you, the ghouls turn immediately and begin rushing into the room as one comes leaping in and goes to claw, blasts. Actually, it's going right for Zadkiel because it senses Zadkiel's amazing aura, and so it launches in at Zadkiel. Let's see. They do get 3 attacks, 2 claws and a bite. First attack misses. Of course it does, because it's getting -2 anyway. And another miss as it goes for its bite. Damn it. Oh, come on. Almost had a crit. All right. As the ghoul goes in and begins ravaging, trying to slice down on top of Zadkiel. And not even close.
I respond by going, "Ah!" as if he hit me.
You're so funny. Where did my combat music go? Now I'm...
It was in your pocket. You'd know where it was.
Hey, now stop it.
Zadkiel busts out in beatbox combat music.
All right. Don't judge me. All right. As the next ghoul comes in, leaps at Deglin.
Yep.
This is going to be like difficult because once again 3 attacks. As his bite attack, even with a 18 rolled, misses. So irritates me. As the claw attack misses, another claw attack. This -2's killer, especially with an armor class of like -8 or whatever you got. Next ghoul. Leaps past Zadkiel. Was after Ronnie No Blight. No, doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
Just say.
Nice try. As he leaps and he tries to leap upon Ronnie No Blight because he thinks that druids taste great.
Oh, that's why I left my halberd standing up.
Less filling too.
Less filling. Oh, come on. Ronnie doesn't even have an armor class.
How are you supposed to be able to read that?
Read what? The numbers?
Yeah, that second 20 was unreadable.
Nah, not at all. It was easy. Plus, it also shows up on the screen. So, all right. So his 3 attacks miss Ronnie. Imagine that. What I need to do is I need to get everybody out of. All right. Leaps past. I am going to give Deglin and Zadkill 1 attack of opportunity on the ghoul that just scrambled over the top of you guys.
Cut his head off right here.
Okay. I don't think you can. Oh, as you hit.
Is that a dare?
Deglin hits with his Rod of Smiting for 6 damage. Plus
17.
Yeah, plus 17. Nice. As you slam him, he screeches, slams to the floor as Zadkill, your turn.
That's some serious damage right there.
Yeah, he's got that belt. I was a stupid mistake letting him have that belt, but that's all right.
And you dared me, so this is my reaction.
Ooh, Zadkill hits. As he takes him out. That's what I get for rolling past. All right. As the next one.
I'm going to start singing, "It's raining ghouls. Hallelujah."
All right.
I'm going to reach through the screen and slap you.
Yes, please do. I will give you a bonus action of a plus 10 to hit. Come on, man. I missed by 5. If I get something close, man, I'm using my points. As this ghoul comes in.
You know, that's like a double -2 on there, DM.
It is. It's it gets a -2. Oh, you know what? Thank you for reminding me. For some reason, Zadkill ends up having 2 auras and it's stacking them.
Yeah, I could see the one paladin aura, but I mean, I could see them also being afraid of Ronnie. So don't forget that.
Yep. Yep. I need to put that back on. I
think it's the gnome that intimidates them.
I think that could be it. Put that back on here. Yeah, so what it does is it does a passive effect and then it has a protection from evil temporary effect. So it's doing it, it's doubling it. So I am just going to take it off there. I want to see how this happens just for a test. I'm not going to keep it this way, but I want to see if it goes at. All right, that's the way it should be. Okay. Instead of -4. Thanks for that, Ronald.
Hey, Ronnie's nothing if not fair.
He is, man. He is a true druid. He is true neutral. So, all right, cool. Thanks. All right, so this ghoul tries to leap over and leaps past Deglin and has his sight set on the gnome as he comes in to attack. 3 attacks again. Hey, I actually hit. Yeah.
Nobody knows.
He suffers 6 hit points of damage
to
Nephron. Yes, it did. And I need a saving throw. Is it petrification that they always do?
It's probably petrification.
Yeah, saving throw versus petrification, please. As you
take that.
As you made as his second attack with a claw. Misses, but he does try to ravage you with his bite, but the bite misses as well. Well, at least I hit. I got my one for the game.
Man, everyone needs to get close so when we turn them, we all get free attacks.
Stat kill, you're up.
When they run away.
What about your stone ponies, DM? They didn't do anything?
No.
All right. Well, I'm next?
Yep.
Oh, how am I next? Okay.
Because it's your turn. You're the. Oh, I take it back. Nope, sorry. I always forget that we're in the first edition, not fifth edition. Deglin, you had your spell. So Deglin, go ahead and go with your spell. No, you're turning. So Ronnie Noblight, you're up with your turn. With your spell.
I'm holding my.
All right, DM. This is going to require a little bit of ruling on your part because my goal is to cast. And I should be able to fit them in with the area of effect and all of that, but I'm going to cast Transmute Rock to Mud on those two stone guys.
Okay. Which two?
Stone monstrosities down there.
Okay, this one here. And...
I can't see that one. I can only see these two down here.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, if you'd like to give me some extras, I'll take it.
So I just want to say, for the record, they're stone statues. They're not moving. And you don't know 100% are they living statues or are they just regular statues? Right?
Exactly. That's why I'm attacking them.
Okay. So you can definitely do that. So yes, you can definitely see those two as long as it's within range. Which
it's within range.
Yep. So all right. Dun, dun, dun. Let me do this.
It doesn't have an effect on there, so you're just going to have to make a rule.
Yep. I have to do this. As it makes its saving throw versus spells.
Stone columns, DM.
As you watch as the thing begins to melt slightly, and you watch as it sort of wobbles for a second, and then it sort of begins moving and heads in your direction this way.
Did you both save off of that one roll?
No, I have to. Oops, that's the wrong one. But I have to do a save for both of them, each one independently. As
that's what I'm talking about.
Yep. As this one is moving, this one gets to right about here. You watch as it's melting, but the melting doesn't stop. And by the time it gets to right where it's at, it literally fades into nothing, as it is just now a heap of mud on the floor. But the one over here you see is partially melted. It's moving in your direction. Is that it for Ronnie?
That's it, DM.
All right. Baron, your spell, sir.
Okay, I'm still holding it.
Okay, you're holding a spell.
Okay, yeah, there's no point in throwing any offensive spells against these ghouls because they could be dealt with easy enough, I think.
Okay. Just so you know,
just have to see how everybody's doing.
Okay, is there a trigger? Is there a trigger for releasing your spell? Like, what needs to happen for your spell for you to use your spell? Because holding spell, I have no problem, but just so you're aware, if you don't use your spell,
my trigger is if they seem to be getting the best of us.
Yeah, I just want to remind you that if we go back to the top of the order and your turn comes around again and you have not released your spell, you lose that spell and the slot.
All right, then I am not. I'm not holding the spell then. Okay, I'm husbanding my spell, so to speak.
Okay.
And I'm just waiting to see.
Gotcha.
I am waiting to see what's going to happen.
Well, that's what I mean. That's essentially holding. That's essentially holding your action, and I have no problem with that. It's well within your right to not cast it right now. But once you declare the spell action, if you have not cast your spell by the time your turn comes around, you lose that spell slot, right? So that's why I just want to let you know, some point before the end of the turn, you're going to have to cast that spell or lose that spell. So I'm just giving you that knowledge so you know that, hey, like right now you see right here, you see this stone statue half melted, now moving toward you, obviously alive or some semblance of being alive, right? So if you had an offensive spell you want to use on it, you have that option. But again, I just want to let you know, you can't just go to cast a spell and then hold it, because when it comes around to your turn, you've lost that spell.
Okay.
So anyway, so right now Baron is husbanding his spell, waiting for the exact right moment to cast it. Deglin, you are up.
Okay, so I try to turn them, and I say, by the power of
Grayskull.
Jeskar.
Damn, I was hoping you were going to say Grayskull.
Jeskar, sorry.
I was hoping you were going to say
Jeskar.
Grayskull.
I was thinking the very same thing.
All right.
The Grayskull on Jeskar.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Baron, are you actually going to execute your spell then, or do you just want to hold it still?
Yes, I am going to execute the spell.
Okay.
Bang bang. Okay, I'm going to be casting a full barrage of
Okay.
magic missiles against the statue.
Okay.
That would be 5 of them.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. And
Nice. 21 damage. And you never targeted it,
Nice
so
hit.
no, I never did.
you never did, so that's okay. As you release this barrage, the magic missiles streak across the room, unerringly blasting right into the head of this creature. As it literally eviscerates the head, causing it to shatter into 1,000 pieces as the body itself falls to the ground in crumbled stone. Deglin, go ahead and roll your D12 for turning, please.
Here we go. 4.
All right. So 1, 2, 3. I am going to say this guy leaves.
Actually, they should be dying, not turning.
Oh, yes, you're right. They are destroyed. So
Disintegration. Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Is that it for Deglin?
That's all I can do, right? In one round. Unless
Yep.
you allow attacks too, no.
No, I do not. All right.
Okay.
Zadkiel, you're up.
Okay, I stand right there and I turn.
Okay. Turning the same guy. Turning this one up.
Oh,
here.
no, I'll stay there and turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What do I do?
I don't know. You tell me. What do you say?
It's the same thing. Oh, yeah.
I say, Lords of Light.
All right.
And yeah.
Just roll a. Yeah.
D12.
Did you just pull out the Vinnie Barbarino? Hey.
All right, and I just want to make sure yours.
I thought he was quoting a Hawkwind song there for a moment.
All right.
Actually, it's Thunder the Barbarian.
Oh my god. Yep. So you cast at 8 level. A white is automatically damned. Oh wait, no, he's not.
Oh.
As a white.
No, he just turned.
8 level, just as a turn. As he goes to escape, I am going to allow all 3 of the individuals near him. So Nephron, Deglin, well, not Deglin, because Deglin already used a attack of an opportunity on one of the other ones.
Do they run now or don't they run on
No,
their turn?
no, it's they turn now. So Nephron and Ronnie, you can get an attack of opportunity on the ghoul that is in your room.
Don't mind if I do, and I will miss.
You'll whiff. You missed by 2.
Batter, swing.
You missed by 2, and you only have 1 point. However, Ronnie hits. Ronnie hits for 7 hit points of damage. I don't know what that's for. It rolled again. Let me.
Oh, I rolled a second time. I didn't know it had already rolled in.
Yep, that's fine.
It tripped him.
Yeah.
Get a
As
second
it
attack.
disappears, you watch it run, and then it disappears somewhere into the distance. As you guys see now, this open area leading into this chamber that has these strange lanterns hanging from the light, and the eeriness of the entire place.
Man, I dropped pyrotechnics too after we rested. I should have kept it.
All right, I'm gonna slowly move up, assuming there's more of these fine statues.
Okay.
I'm
Is
not
there any
able to move.
vegetation?
Oh,
Is there
yes.
any vegetation in the room, DM?
There is not. Yeah, I am going to have to do this so that you guys can move.
Oh, because we're not out of combat, but we are out of combat, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's more of the statues that want to visit us.
You don't know. I mean,
Okay.
you can't see. You can see it's opened into this large chamber, but you don't know. Like,
I'm gonna move to there and take a look.
All right,
Ah,
as you
there's one
look,
right there.
you can see that there are several more of these statues. None of them appear to be moving.
Wonder what triggers them. Okay, I want to take one more step in the room.
As soon as you step in the room, suddenly everything comes to life again.
Of course. Of
As-
course it does.
Sorry, man. Actions. Baron, actions.
Okay. I'm looking around for enemies. I'm having a hard time finding any. So I will wait and see what happens.
Okay. Holding. Deglin, action.
I'm probably going to use my Rod of Smiting on these guys.
Okay. Nephron.
Well, if
I will.
I would
I
initiate.
will move. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say that I was going to move into the cone of protection there,
The cone of silence. Okay. All right.
the
All
yellow
right.
cone of death. Is
Yeah.
what we used to refer to it.
The cone of anti-death. Nephron, action.
Well, I guess he's next to me. I can't charge, so I guess either I'll wait for him to attack me if he gets initiative, or if I get initiative, I'll step up and hit the one closest to me.
All right. Ronnie Noblight, action.
Spell DM.
Okay. Varus, you are invisible.
Okay, great. I'm gonna move into the. Oh, I'm already in the aura. I'm just gonna wait and move in and try to backstab something
Okay.
if I can.
Roger that. And Zadkill, your action.
You
As
said
you-
it moved as soon as he went in?
As he moved in, you can see, or technically you can't quite see, but you can hear the grinding of stone on stone, as apparently there are more statues within the chamber beyond. And you can see that Nephron is readying himself for what appears to be an attack coming his way.
Okay, if I don't know that they're stone statues, I'm just gonna assume that stone is something that's some type of enemy with, I don't know, stone axes or something.
Okay.
So,
We want to attack whatever's on the other side of him.
Yeah, I have no doubt that you saw the other. Sorry. Yes, Varus, you are correct. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we all saw the one get blasted by the magic missiles. And,
Yes, you did.
And lots of mud and shit.
That is correct. You did see that. So I have no doubt in my mind that Zadkill knows there are more stone statues in the other room. You just can't see them.
Okay, I'm gonna attack whatever in the direction of the magic missiles went, if I remember where they went.
You do. They're in the other room. There's like the remains of statues blown up on the floor, right on the other side of
Okay.
the doorway. All right, cool. All right.
I'll attack whatever is an enemy.
Okay. And- All right, cool. So let us once again begin our combat. Do-do-do. Okay, why is it not showing me who's the winner? Oh, the party.
All right.
All right, so our Baron, you can go ahead and move yourself up into the. Well, I'll move you up since you probably can't move. Move you up.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you.
Yep. And then for spells, Ronnie, you're up.
All right, DM moving up a couple feet.
Okay. I don't know if I
Why
can.
in the dog?
You can't because you can't move until it's your turn, and I haven't. I don't want to have to. I don't want to scroll up and down the list of players, so I just let you go, and then I'll just move for you.
Okay, good. And
is that is that where you wanted to move to, Ron? Because I can like put you here if that way you can see all of them.
That's where I wanted to go, DM.
Perfect.
And it looks like that stone statue is invisible too.
Ronnie has cast fairy fire upon each of the stone golems. See, there's a spell effect. Look at there. We got nice little fairy fire sitting on top of them. Is that it for you, Ron?
Unless you will allow me to move backwards 10 feet.
Yes, I would allow that. And I did put it, I did make it so you can move. So you should be able to move your own. Cool.
There you go.
All right, so that is the only spell that we had going on. Ergo, we go to Zadkiel. You're up. Ah, shit. God damn it. Oh, well.
Okay.
Good. Okay, good. I was afraid that it was going to have you guys lose initiative this time. Like, damn it.
That's okay.
I accidentally clicked end combat, so if you guys lose your turn this time, then I'm just going to re-roll. Give me just a second.
This isn't your DM trick to use up all of my rounds of fairy fire, is it, DM?
It is not, trust me. So, reset. And just go. Damn it. This is really annoying me. Of course, it's not going to let you guys win initiative at all, so I'm just going to do this.
You're rolling like a champ, DM.
Yep. I'm just going to do this so that...
Hey, guys, I have to go for a second and get some.
All right.
But I am attacking.
All right, so I'll attack for you. All right. So Zadkiel is going to move here. He is going to target this guy. And he is going to attack with his keen blade. And this Zadkiel hits. Let me double check if they're large or not. I don't recall. Oh, they are medium. They are medium-sized creatures for those that need to know that kind of stuff. And Zadkiel does 10 hit points of damage to it. Make sure that it took it off. It looks like it did.
Oh, bloody hell.
Why did it? Oh, okay. Cool. All right. I was confused. All right. So that is Zadkiel. Technically, this is the second round. So he should have an extra, but I'm just going to play it as the first round. Varys, you are up as you watch Zadkiel moving into the chamber beyond.
All right. I'm 10, There they are. You know what? I'm just gonna do a full move and get behind this one
Okay.
and wait my turn.
Okay. Roger that. Ronnie has already gone. Nephron, you're up.
So you said this is the first or second round of combat we're saying?
This is technically I don't want to.
We'll
You
call
guys,
it the first.
yeah, I'm just
Make it
calling it
easier.
the. Yeah, that's why I did. I had to restart combat, so it's tracking it as the first. So hit as you strike into against the stone. You feel your blade slam into it, but you watch as only a little chip barely comes out of it.
That's no bueno.
Yeah. Let's see. As you realize that they are fully made of stone and your weapons, while chipping away damage, probably are not breaking through like they would a flesh and bone creature. Deglin.
Okay. I'm not sure how. That's 5, 10. Let me get here and see what I can see. Okay, then there's one right over here.
Yep.
So if I can go here,
That's 15. That's a 15-foot
And-
move. You can only move 10 foot to do a melee attack.
can I reach past Zadkill?
No, you cannot. So your choices are to stop there, or you can move all the way into the room and prepare yourself for the next turn, or whatever you want to do.
That's probably what I'll do. And I'm going to move. That's 15.
Yeah, you can move your full movement up to 90 feet, right? So you can go wherever you want. You just know that unless you have to have direct line of sight, then I allow you to charge. If you don't have direct line of sight and you can't move in a direct line, then you can't charge. But
All right, so that's where I'm moving right there.
okay, cool. All right. I am going to give Baron. I know you didn't do anything. Oh, Baron's not even in our combat. No wonder he's. That's kind of silly.
Yeah, it's
good.
yeah, he's standing back. He's standing back there.
But I am going to. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to allow you to move since your shield of protection moved into the room. I will allow you to move because you haven't really taken a turn per se. You're just kind of waiting to see what's up. So I will allow you to, before we go into the golem's turn, I will allow you to move.
Okay, great.
If you want.
I do want to move. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it. It doesn't appear to be letting me do it.
If it doesn't, it's because I have it on your turn. So if you just want to click on
I want to go ahead and move back up underneath the protection. Yeah, like that.
Is that okay there?
That's where all the statues went to.
Do you want to stay there? Do you want to move any closer or move like maybe
definitely not.
Maybe right here next to the golem or something?
No, I thought about it very briefly.
Okay. All right.
But I really like the few hit points that I have.
Roger that. All right, so that's it for Baron. And we move into, as the creatures inside, you hear the grinding of stone as the first one steps up, going to block as it sees you trying to leave the room. It thinks you're trying to leave. It moves to block Deglin and comes in to attack Deglin. I don't even know what their attacks are. Oh man!
Stone golems, a lot. I think that's what it says in the monster manual. A lot.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Best to be avoided.
Yep, I did a boo-boo, but it's my fault. Ronnie, you would have known this, knowing about your spell. However, the rock to mud actually does not destroy them, it only slows them. Just so you are aware. So, but I already destroyed the one with it, so that's fine. All right.
You've got to be freaking kidding me.
What, man? What? They don't do that much damage, dude. Really, trust me. Not these ones, anyway. I should say.
Drawing up a new character.
Dude, they don't do that much damage. Let's see. Yeah. Well, actually, no. I'm just going to do. It's this.
Actually, they do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I know.
They don't. I'm telling you, these ones don't.
Wow.
You suffered 13 hit points of damage.
That's not that bad.
I'm telling you,
Unless they hit
don't,
like 15 times or
no,
something.
they only get the one swing. These are a quote unquote what I say is like a lesser version, if you will. As the next one comes in and steps up and takes his aim at you. He misses. This one targets Zadkiel the Righteous. As he misses. This is getting to be kind of crappy. I like the critical hits better.
No, I do not.
And the last one takes aim at the gnome. Hey, as he hits, but it's not quite a crit. No, I have to give you. You only took 8. I have to give you back 8 hit points because, for whatever reason, it didn't let me take off the plus 8 damage for the crit on. Let's see. So 46 plus 8 gives you 54. Yeah, there you go. Cool.
They sure like hitting the gnome. Everything likes hitting the gnome in this damn place.
Everybody likes the gnome. All right, as we get ready for our next turn, Baron, actions.
Yes, there will be a spell.
There will be a spell. Aye. Deglin? The
Oh,
rod?
melee.
Rod?
Yep.
Nephron melee as well?
Dagger of stone killing. Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, Ronnie Noblight, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm actually about to go to the bathroom, but I'm going
Okay.
to step forward 10 feet and sling.
I think it is. Varys? Backstab, I assume?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and see if it does anything.
Okay.
I mean, I have a magic sword, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zadkill, are you back? If not, all right, cool. He's just going to melee as well. All right, as this is round 2, so anybody that has them should have double attacks or their second attacks now. All right, as the golems win the initiative, as the first one is going to try to crit once again on the priest. Hey, not a crit, but at least a hit.
Damn it.
As you suffer 3 hit points of damage.
My toe! Damn it!
As the next one attacks you as well. It hits as well.
It's going to whittle me away.
Yep, 4 hit points of damage. That is that's the goal. Whittle you down till there's nothing left. All right, the one up top targets Zadkiel, bringing down one of its massive stone fists. Whiff! Bada,
Which
whiff!
falls off.
Yeah, he rolled a 1. What is up with that? All right, and the last.
At least a finger.
Yeah. As the last one targets Nephron. And as soon as
Where
his
is the
combat's,
last one?
it's right there in front of Nephron. It's right around the corner where you can't see.
Oh, I can't see him.
Nope. As he hits Nephron.
Damn.
And Nephron suffers 6 hit points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn, these things hurt.
Yeah, slow but sure. Zadkill takes aim at the one in
I have a
front of him.
spell.
Oh, I take it back.
He
You
should
are
get
correct.
2 attacks, right?
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
Baron,
hang on. Okay.
Baron, you
Let's
are
see.
up with your spell.
Okay, let's see if it's a shift. Okay, that's targeted. That's targeted. Okay. What do I have to do to target multiple ones? What do I need to do? It's a T and what, shift?
I think it's Shift T.
Yep, I use shift.
Shift T. Okay. And this one is Shift T.
Yeah, it's not selecting all. You have to keep the Shift key held down, and then you click on it and click on the one you want, and then hit the T. I don't know. I don't target the way you guys target, so I have no idea how you guys do multiples. Because it's only showing one target at a time
moving.
for you.
Yeah, it keeps moving, and I have the Shift key down, and
I think you might have to hit Control, Shift and Control to multi-target.
All right, so here's what you. Hang on. I got.
This is what it is. Okay.
Shift and Control. I can do that.
No.
It's just
Or
shift
not.
and double.
All right, so here's what I do. Yeah, if you hold the Shift key, and then double right click the one you want, and but you hold the Shift button down. You can't release it, so you hold the Shift button down, double right click.
Okay, I got him.
Yeah, that's much easier, I think.
Okay, good. Okay, and let me find my character sheet, which is in here somewhere. There it is.
Excuse me.
And okay. And
Lindo's having technical error.
Yes, that should
That's
not have
no
happened.
good.
We're about to go
Okay.
on break, so I just turned it off.
Okay, I'm casting a web spell on those 3,
Okay.
Ooh. I
and
wonder if that'll
hopefully we'll paste them up against the wall. Okay. Effect web duration.
Yeah, you just have.
Okay, they need to make a save versus spell at -2.
Yep. Okay. Oops. Save versus spell. Why is that at -2? Because there's 3 of them.
Well, that's what it said on the. What
Yeah.
it said on the.
All right, so he failed. He failed. All 3 of them failed their spells. Spell save, I should say.
Okay, well, all 3 of them should be covered in web, which is anchored over here
Yep.
and over and over here.
Okay. Cool. Is that it for you?
Okay, and now I'll just go ahead and deselect these things.
Nice.
There we go.
All right.
Gosh, I'm proud.
All right. We go back up. All right. Now Zadkill can attack with his 2 attacks. And because they are immobilized, I'm going to give him a +4 on the attack.
Isn't there also a plus from the fairy fire or something?
Yeah, that automatically applies it into it though. If you see it has a +2 at the very end. So he gets a +2 for strength, +4 for situational, +1 from his weapon magic, and a +2 for fairy effect. So he hits with a 27.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. All right, as he does 9 hit points of damage to it.
And his second attack.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Just relax. I got it.
Just relax.
One thing I don't like is this is not. Yeah, it doesn't have one of their ability thingies on here to reduce the damage, so I've been having to go in and manually.
That's a pain.
Reduce. Yeah. All right, so the second attack from Zadkiel hits as well with an 18. And he does.
That appendage.
Yeah, he does 9 hit points of damage again.
Yeah.
Which I have to go in and manually adjust again. All right, cool.
My screen just freaked out. I got to reload.
Yeah, mine did too.
It went all black except for like the little spell effects things we could.
Yep, that doesn't. So you're gonna have to refresh.
Yeah, I've
your,
seen that before, but not tonight.
Yeah, you'll have to refresh your forge because it's done it to me before too. All right,
Sorry,
Varys.
it always happens when I attack my awesomeness.
Yeah.
Turned out the lights.
Yep, Varys, you are up, sir.
Alright. I'm gonna backstab this guy.
Okay.
Right here.
Easily backstabbable because you can see his back as you try to figure the best spot for it. Thanks.
Alright, and they're medium sized.
That is correct, sir.
That's a lot.
22. As you slam into it, your expertise realizes that the stone deflects a large portion of your yeah, that has nothing to do with that. It's sharp edge weapons. Yep, sharp edge weapons only do half damage. So, but you do a good amount of damage. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the general consensus around the world. All right, anything else for you?
I wish I could attack again, but it is what it is.
All right, Ronnie Noblight, you are up, sire.
All right, I am stepping forward a few feet.
Okay.
I need a hammer.
Yeah.
Time.
I got an extra one and a mace.
Yeah, that hits, Ronnie. I don't know why it didn't say hit. Yeah, you did the +4. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
All right, 8 hit points of damage to Captain Strange. Oh, okay. Ronnie, your missile goes flying across and it ricochets off the stone. Doesn't even look like it phased it at all.
Damn.
Well, that's not cool.
Yep. You've seen this before. Some stone creatures have the characteristic where when you're trying to hit it from afar with ranged weapons don't just have enough oomph on them to affect them. So that's it for Ron. You're gonna move. You can obviously move back if you want. Nephron.
He's good.
All right.
You're up.
Poke it with the dagger. Let's see.
Poking the
Should
bear
hit.
as you slam into it.
Doing almost nothing, and then we'll attack again.
Okay. Yep.
Unless it breaks it down. Okay. I thought maybe I got lucky and killed it.
No.
Okay.
That
And
hits.
this is going to kill it. Got a feeling.
Yeah. As your blade slams into it, and you're like, yeah, I hit it, but it really didn't do anything. Although
Damn.
you can see as you slam into it, you're whittling it off little bitty chunks at a time. Deglin?
Okay. I'm gonna hit the one to the north of me.
Okay. You get. Don't
With
forget to add a
the-
+4 situational.
It's a +4 to situational. Also, when you look it up, the weapon, it's when it hits golems
Yep.
or any construct, it does double damage. But
Okay.
there's no way for me to change that in the weapon. So
There is when you do the damage.
I can just add it. Okay.
Just add the another situational of ×2.
It's a die. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's a die 8 +3 ×2. So okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. That's what I'll do if I can hit the thing.
Yeah.
But let's see. I mean, it's gonna have to be
You
kind of
don't
hard.
really
not to-
have that armor. I have an armor class, so it's not that big.
So +4.
Hits.
All right. So let's do the damage.
When it says type of damage instead of normal, there should be a drop down that says ×2.
×2. Yep, that's what I did.
Nice. 25 hit points of damage. Wham! Into it. Yep, just right. Yep, it did it. 1d8 ×2. Cool. I like it. As you slam into it, and a huge chunk of this rock goes flying off of its face, leaving it
Sorry, I
sort
gotta
of
go
half
get
a face. All right, dude. Baron, you've already done your spell. That brings us to the next round. Baron, actions?
Nothing at this point.
Okay. Deglin, rod again.
Yep.
Nephron, melee again.
Yep.
Ronnie Noblight.
I'm going to pull out my cutlass and melee, DM.
Cool. I was waiting. I swore you were going to break out your blaster pistol. Varys?
Contemplated it. I just didn't want to ricochet it.
Yeah.
I'll just keep slamming here.
Okay. Blade and Zadkiel is going to continue as well. All right.
Slam it from the back if I hit.
All right. And that will be, I will consider that backstab since he is facing Nephron. All right. Zadkiel, one attack this turn. But he does get the +4 because it is webbed. As he hits. Slams into it for 10 hit points of damage. Oop. All right, that's his. Varys, your attack.
Nice. Alright, Inventorium.
Nice, as you hit. I have to put hit points back on it. You didn't actually kill it, I don't think. No, actually, yep, actually it has a few left. Not quite killed it, sorry. Instead of the 22, you only did half damage of 11, but it had 14
He's
left.
fleshy.
Huh?
He's fleshy. Oh, I'm yelling at him. He's fleshy.
Oh. Sorry. All right, Ronnie.
Or no resistance.
Yeah. Ronnie Noblight.
All right, DM. I did. He's just stepping forward the one step. Oh, I didn't add 4 to it.
That's okay. You still hit.
Oh, it looks like maybe it added 4 to it automatically.
Yeah. So if you have to remember, once you add it, it will add it every single time until you put it back down to 0.
There you go. That's what happened.
Yep. And Ronnie hits for 8 hit points of damage. So I have to put back a couple. Okay. Kind of weird. Oh, that's why. Okay. That's why. I was like, why did it not look like it was going down? That's why. Okay. All right. So Ronnie hit it, and we're good. All right. Cool. Is that it for Ronnie?
That's it, DM.
Nephron, you're up. As you hit. Or divide it. Yep, and that one did finally finish it off as your final blade. Whatever magic energy is holding this thing.
I killed it.
Varys, can you give me a hear noise, please, at double the normal chances of hearing?
Okay.
So I think your hear noise is 20%. If it is, and now it's 40%.
It's actually 25%.
Okay, so then you get a 90% chance to hear.
I'm a skill man. Is that right?
As you are fighting and the golem falls over and collapses, Varys, off to the east, you see a door. You also see a door to the south, but you hear guttural, ogre-like sounds coming from the eastern door.
East? You mean west?
This door here. That's east.
Oh, the door right? Then, oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, not down here. Not out here. It's
Right.
like right next to you.
So I understand a whole bunch of shit. Or Goblin, no. Oh, it's not on here. That's funny.
I'm gonna say that it is. You recognize it as ogre or ogrish.
I mean, we've met ogres before.
Yeah,
so,
you've met them, so it sounds like ogres on the other side. You don't know what they say, but it sounds like the way the words were coming out. To you, it sounds like an alarm.
Yeah, okay, we got incoming ogres coming from the door behind and to the east of me.
That's not.
All right,
yeah,
back away from that door. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hit us with a spell after we take care of these golems.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
turn invisible.
yeah, I was gonna say it's not this one. It's coming from behind the door to the east. The door
Oh,
to
yeah.
the door to the south. You don't
Right.
hear anything, but
Yeah, I said to the east.
yeah.
Okay,
All right,
I see where he's pointing.
Deglin, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna attack that one above me again with the smiting rod.
Okay.
Target AC modifiers
I'll be
plus
right
4.
back.
Good.
You hit
So
it.
it hits, and then I'll do damage times 2.
Yep, that one takes it out.
Okay.
All right, Baron is not doing anything, as we now have our golems. As this one takes a swipe at Deglin.
In the webs, does it have a negative?
Oh, actually, I forgot. It can't. It's frozen in there, so it can't attack. Oh, this one. Why does this not have this one in the webs? Oh, because
Oh,
that's why. That's weird. Let's see here.
I see the web effect on.
Yeah, but this one they both do, but it's not showing. Oh, I know why. I think it's hidden under one of the other symbols. It has so many symbols
Okay, I'm
associated
back
with
here.
it. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, it's webbed, and the other one is webbed as well. What happens is it has all these icons under there that show me different things, but when it comes to its turn, it adds another icon that pushes the web out of view. So that's why I didn't realize it had the web. So, oops. That's okay. As we go back to the top of the order, actions for Baron.
Okay, Baron will be preparing the spell.
Okay. Deglin with the rod again.
Oh yeah.
Nephron, that one has dropped next to you, and you see there are two others remaining trapped in webs.
Do I hear the noise of the ogres coming down?
No, but Varys has given the warning that yes, there's something coming.
All right. Well, then they look like they can handle those ones in the webs. I'm going to step down one and kind of block the door and try
Okay.
to meet a rush if it comes.
Okay. Ronnie Noblight.
Cutlass DM.
Okay. Varys.
Turn invisible.
Visible it is. And
Hello.
Zadkiel is going to continue with melee. All right. Baron, go ahead and you're up with your spell.
Okay, yes. Okay, I see the it will be a slow. I'm going to be casting it on in the area where the ogre.
Okay, so I believe you have to target a creature in order to do that. I don't think you
I think
can
I have
just
to
target a.
Do I have to target a creature, or do I have to target an area?
I don't. I think a slow spell is on. By the way, it looks like you have an open spell slot that you never filled with anything.
Yeah. The open spell slot is in
First level.
the first level spells.
Yep.
So I took off that magic missile that I cast.
This spell acts upon its targets to slow down their movement. Can be cast upon one creature per caster level, but all must be within the area of effect. So you have to cast it on a creature. However, they all have to be within whatever the area of effect is. So yes, you have to be able to target a creature before you cast it.
Can I see a creature to cast it on?
No, the only creatures you see are the stone golems that are trapped within your webs.
Okay, well then I will not cast anything.
Okay.
I have no target.
Okay. That's fair. And back to
Come on, man. What's going on?
Zadkiel as he gets 2 attacks this time. Oh, crud. There went mine. As he... Why am I... it says that I hit both of you.
Yes.
Because it has you targeted too. All right, so... But now I can just do my regular damage. As he suffers... Oh, why did it? Yeah, it rolled it twice, but he did 9. But I have to add this back as he rolls his second attack. As he hit. Hey, so do 12. Leaves it there. That's it for Zadkiel. Give me just a second, fellers. I have to refresh my screen because I got the same thing that happened to you. I have to refresh both of mine, both the game stream and the. Do apologize for everybody out in the world. As we take a moment here to reflect on our actions of today.
Let us.
I wonder how those 2 cultists are doing flying through the cosmos.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just fine. They're having fun. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fun,
yeah.
Well,
sure.
with any luck, they managed to untie themselves if they were able to stay
Yep.
close to each other.
Yeah. It's probably going to take a second for this to come in because I get this all the time. It just sits there, and then about a minute later, it finally can. And it's like I don't have anything in this game that needs to be loaded. I don't know why it freaking takes all this time, but
It has to do with the honor system. It
yeah,
is a huge module. I had the same problem when I tried to run a 2E game.
yeah,
But I added a whole bunch of like non-working proficiencies.
yeah,
So
yep. So it
it's
just,
just a mess.
just
I
takes.
stopped using it. It's
Oh,
too
did
much.
you?
Like,
Yeah,
well,
if they're.
my players fell apart, so the
Yeah.
game fell apart.
Oh, okay, I got you. But yeah, if I find somebody else that's doing like a first edition or even a second edition in this, then I'll move to
I'm
that.
back.
All right, welcome back. I'm just waiting for my screen to load. I'm telling you, it usually takes a minute or two for this to load. Hopefully, because I don't want to take a break in the middle of combat if I don't have to. Da, da.
Yeah, to go to my neighbor. He trying to help him fix his lawnmower.
Come on, man. Let's go. There we go. Yeah, let's not know who you are. All right, are we back almost? Here we go. Okay, as we are back in the combat zone. Okay, so Zadkill just went, I believe. That
Yes.
means Varys, you are now invisible, and you are free to move about the cabin.
Alright, I am gonna. I don't know who's gonna do what snow wise, so I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna back up to where the dead golem is.
Okay.
You mind removing him? I'm gonna go there,
Okay.
and I'm gonna just say, I'm right here. Go around me. That's all.
Roger that.
So they don't run into me because I know he wanted to kill me this way.
Yeah.
That way I have back stab something else.
Okay. Let's see. Ronnie.
All right, swinging the gun.
Roger that. Ronnie hits. And Z does 3 hit points of damage. Why?
I did have higher expectations for that.
This is. Looking at this, I have to look at something. Bless you. Is that somebody sneezing?
Thank you. That was me. Thank
I
you.
was gonna say.
Gesundheit.
I was gonna say, dude, that was a deadly one.
It's one of the ones at our age, you check your drawers afterwards.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's why. Oh, that's why. Interesting, interesting, interesting. As your blade strikes it, and it actually does no damage against it.
Ooh.
Ronnie, as your blade strikes it, it like ka-ting and just ricochets right off the golem.
All right, doggone it.
Yeah, that's why. Okay. Yep, I
Hit it
get
with
it.
your shield.
Yeah.
Seal
Nephron,
punch.
you're up.
All right, They seem to have this under control. So now that I know Varys is there, I'm gonna step down here and with sword in hand, shield in hand, and prepare for what's coming.
All right. Deglin.
I'm gonna hit the one to my west
Okay.
if I can. Out of smithing, +4 is there.
As you strike, Strike a blow.
Okay. And then go with times 2 damage.
Nice. 17.
17.
All right. Is that it for you?
That's all I got, yeah.
All right.
Wish I
Baron.
was a fighter.
Yeah, Baron, you are up. You can move or whatever. If you
Okay.
want, or-
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move over to here
Okay.
so I can try to see the door
Okay.
where the ogres are allegedly coming through.
Okie dokie. Anything else from you,
And
sir?
I'm hoping that somebody will very quickly kill that stone monstrosity that I moved next to.
All right.
I will decapitate him.
All right. Coming to the next turn. Baron actions.
Okay, well, I've moved and I can't see anything coming through the door.
Right.
I can't even see the door.
Yeah. You can see
Well,
that
then
there
that-
is a hallway down here, and there is a door across the room here.
Okay, well, this door over here?
Yeah, you see that door, but you see Nephron facing this direction in a hallway in that direction. So you're not sure. There must be another door in that direction, maybe, but you can't see it from where you're at.
Okay, all right, well, I'll take an extra. Bloody hell. I'll take an extra step.
Okay.
I will just sort of get there, like there.
That good? Not
And
quite.
hope to be able to see the door
Okay.
that Nephron is standing in front of.
All right. Cool. All right.
Nothing is coming through the door that he's standing
That is
in front
correct.
of.
All right.
Well, then in that case, I'll watch the door and decide and not smoke that clove that I was thinking about.
All right. Deglin actions.
Melee.
Okay. And Nephron. I assume we just
Sorry,
waiting
I
for
was-
somebody to come through the door.
Yeah. Yep, just waiting.
Ronnie. Give me
All
a,
right, DM.
give me an intelligence check real quick, Ronnie.
All right.
Or wisdom, each one. Either way, you probably want it.
That is success.
Yep, that is correct. So you realize as your blade struck the creature last time that your blade does not have enough magic power in it to overpower the magic that's holding this thing together.
All right. Well, you know what that calls for, DM?
What is that?
Well, he's already constrained, isn't he?
He is already constrained. They are webbed.
All right. Well, I'm just going to step over here then.
Okay. Varys, same thing, just waiting.
Yeah, I want to ask you something.
Sure.
Can I'm invisible. Can I say something without becoming invisible?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The only thing that removes that is if you do some sort of an attack action on another creature.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna yell to the ogres behind the door. So,
Okay.
come and get us.
All right. And Zadkill.
Come on.
Yes, I will continue to butcher this thing.
All right, you're gonna try.
There is no try, only do.
All right, Ronnie. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, DM.
See you,
No
Ronnie.
worries,
Get
man.
some sleep.
Yep. God.
I will
Aloha.
try.
Look at something here real quick. I wonder if. Oh, cool. Okay, that's why. All right, cool. As we go to the next turn, Zadkill, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to take 1 or 2 attacks. I don't.
Yeah, you are on one attack this turn.
Okay. I'm going to decapitate this guy's head.
Gonna try.
Well, I will do this time. Come on, die. Don't fail me nows. Where's my sword? There it is. Okay, here I go. Go, go, Gadget, go!
Yeah.
Not with
5 hit
that.
points of damage. Where is my... Hang on just a sec, please. All right. He did 5. That many. All right. Varys, you can move if you want, or you just want to wait.
Alright.
Okay.
A moment.
All right. Same with Ronnie. Nephron, you just gonna wait?
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
All right. Deglin.
Here we go.
Oh, that's funny that a 2 hits.
Yeah, wow.
As you slam in and take out the last one. And I am going to end this combat because one more blow on this other one is going to destroy it as well. As you guys find yourselves standing in this empty room, Nephron, you are paying such close attention to the door to the east. Suddenly the door to the south
Of course.
cracks open, and you watch as 4 of these you see some people behind the door, and you see suddenly these 4 streaking bolts of energy flash across the room, slamming into you,
Wonderful.
doing 15 hit points of damage
Oh,
as the door slams closed. And we're going to pause the game to take a break.
Take a
that
break.
hurt.
It's the
That
door
hurt.
of many. Yep, it's the door of many firebolts.
Help. Get some healing. Healing.
All right. We're going to take a quick break here, folks. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I know this is a long combat. This first couple of rooms can be a long combat, but is what it is. We are going to... I'm going to make it 15 so you guys can do whatever you need to do. Plus, since Ronnie's not here, I'm not even sure if I'm going to continue much more combat. Just because I'd like Ronnie here to make his decisions because he knows his player much better than me, or his character much better than me. So we'll talk about it when we get back, see if we want to continue or we're just going to hold for Ronnie next week. But we'll make, because that'll leave us about 30 minutes of the game left. So there are certain things that can happen, but we'll talk through when we get back. But anyway, hopefully you guys will hang with us. We shall be back shortly, and it's interesting. Where is my monkey music isn't playing? I'll bet you I know why too. That's okay. I'll be back. I'm gonna pause the game music so we can until we figure out what's going on. But we'll be back in a few. Hopefully you guys will be there with us. Let's pause everything, and I'll let you guys go do your thing. We'll be right back. Yep, that's why I thought so. Yep. There we go.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike, but they all have one thing in common. They're all strong. Join today. Hours, amenities, and offers vary by club. Check out planetfitness.com or stop by your local club for more information. Must be 18 years old to enroll or 13 to 17 with parent guardian.
As you guys depart and Nephron leads you guys outside.
Or an invisible rust monster.
No, they are not. Damn it, Excel.
All right, so you guys are outside leaving
Your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn.
Whose turn?
Oh,
was I gonna
sorry, I thought I
say?
was muted. My son. He likes to run out after he brushes his teeth. He runs through my daughter and goes, your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn.
That's awesome.
You sure seem to be able to hit the gnome real well this round.
You know it.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at unitedhealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
Saving on your education should be a right, not a competition. At University of Phoenix, our bachelor's and master's scholarships are accessible to all. You'll get the best scholarship or savings you qualify for. Simple as that. Because everyone deserves an opportunity to save on their education without competing for it. Explore scholarship options at University of Phoenix.
And we are back, but without a game. There it is. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to tonight's episode of Agora Quest 1E1 Shots. I am Sean, your host, bringing you together with the finest first edition gamers that this channel has to offer. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us as we went on our break for a little bit. Kind of glad that I did because I was getting kind of hungry. Yeah, so our party is still in the depths of the Tovag Baragu. However, they have stumbled across someplace different now as they were plane hopping from portal to portal using the Tovag's very archways across the multiverse. Each archway provided exits and entries to different domains and different planes of existence. But now they found themselves in someplace different. There is no longer ate too fast. There is no longer a standing stone circle with a bunch of archways with flickering lights and strange mists in them. They find themselves now in an underground structure, fortress, or whatever you want to call it. Has been built from solid stone, much like the dwarves build their underground structures, but this seems to be a haven of cultists or creatures, as the party has just dispatched a small group of ghouls along with some stone golem-like creatures. They hear, coming from the east, some guttural sounds that sounds like ogres, so they know that ogres are on that side. But just a moment ago, the door to the south just creaked open just a little bit, and you could see what appears to be a couple of cultists on the inside, one of them releasing a barrage of magical missiles that pelted our good gnome and did a little bit of damage to him. I don't want to say it did like a butt ton of damage, but as he was getting whittled down and whittled down and whittled down, that did him no favors. And that is where we are right now. Now, players, I will say this. There is obviously continued combat, potentially, depending upon how you guys want to do that. But you do have what appear to be cultists to the south of you, and ogres, at least one ogre, to the east of you. So there's the potential here for protracted combat continuing on. It's already 10:30. I know most guys like to go to bed right around 11 when we get done. And so with Ronnie already gone, and I know most of the old guys like myself looking for the end of the game, I say that we just call it right here. And then we can pick it up next week. And that way, if it's a continued combat, at least it's combat for the whole session and not taking us well into the wee hours of the morn. Because yeah, so as much as I would love to continue to beat you guys down until there's nothing left of you, I'm going to give you a chance, at least in real life, to go recuperate.
Get some sleep.
And get you. Well, I know you don't ever sleep, Baron, so I don't know why you're grumbling. You never sleep. So wizards never sleep. That's what I was told. They're always studying or casting, or they're studying or casting, and they just drink lots of coffee to keep themselves going. So,
Yeah.
All right. So with that, then we're going to go ahead and call tonight's game, albeit a little early, I understand. But like I said, I don't want this, because once we start into a combat, I would rather us be in a place like this where we're kind of between combat, so we know combat's probably going to happen, rather than be in the middle of a combat and just stay there and then pick it up for figuring out, whose turn was it, or whatever the case may be. So we do know that the last thing that happened was that a cultist creaked open the door to the south and blasted Nephron with magic missile. So we know there's cultists to the south of us. There are creatures to the east of us. We have no idea what's up here to the north, nor do we know what's to the west. Although you can see a rather sizable double door made of solid bronze with a hideous engraving of Vecna's face right in the center of it so that it splits his face in half on each door and whatnot. So anyway, bottom line is we're going to call tonight's game. We're going to figure out somebody to raid, and then we will send everybody on their merry way. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and I'm sorry that you hung out for a 15-minute break only to come back to a closing game. I really, really appreciate you guys. I'm just going to go and probably let's raid Darling. Haven't seen her in a while. And I know that she's probably over there painting, whatever. So we're going to raid over to Darling Creep Show. Hopefully the rest of you guys will stick with us and join as we bounce over there. If you're not a follower of hers, please do so. Show her some love. But in the meantime, just remember, folks, in a world you can be anything that you want. All we ask is that you be kind. I'm going to start the... why did it not... All right, let's try this again.
Night. See you later.
Yep. I'm going
Good night.
to see if we can get the raid kicked off. There we go. And we are going to see how many we can get. Can we get all of us over there? I know that Ross just jumped. So, yep. So we're going to raid over there. Like I said, show her some love, and we will see you guys next Monday, since we are not streaming on Friday.
Same bat channel.
Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you guys next time. Next Monday.
Kept it right straight.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Agora Quest, what's up? Welcome in. Hey, Sean, how's it going? How was your one shot tonight? Welcome in, Raiders. There, yeah, you can get fried butter at like state fairs. I remember going to the Ohio State Fair and being a big fan of